Welcome in, everybody, to the 25th episode of Mother's Jail. Session number 25 is titled Chosen. It has been a moment since we have played. This game continues to be cursed in every which manner. We almost didn't get to play again tonight because our internet went out for like 20 minutes right before it was supposed to start. But it came back, and we're all just kind of holding our breath. So, despite the fact that it's been a minute, last time when you all got together, we were playing as the Whispers in Silence.
God, that was last time.
It sure
It's
was.
like a
Oh,
long
God.
Yeah, I think we were on our way to Moon Bay to meet the Unrado.
Yes, you all were playing the Whispers in Silence as you all gathered together in Bellis Veris, where the Whispers reunited for their first time since the wedding of Yuki and Melisandre. It had been a minute since they'd all been together in the same place. But you were able to get caught up with one another, and Brayley was also there, having been visiting Varys in the city itself. You were also joined by the crew of the Dark Side, who was excited to get to come see everybody. And at the end of session, the Whisperers all went to go and speak with the Prime Goddess and see if they could figure out what's going on and maybe help to determine a new and better path forward. And that's where we left off. We'll be picking up in the city of Highwall, where many of you have all returned. Nova, Layla, Ramiel, Ayla. You have all been teleported back to Highwall by one means or another. Brayley is currently on an airship, but is not here just yet. So we're going to go back just a little bit as one by one, the four of you all return to the city of Highwall, having stirred your particular whisper into action. As you return, you find that it has been a few days' time. The city of Highwall is in good spirits when you get back, despite the fact that Fort Argenti was reduced to a pile of rubble. Both Fort Argenti and Silverreach, well, Fort Argenti by default, but Silverreach immediately surrendered and has been taken over by the Children of the Deep. On the not as good news, Argenti's Dominion and the Silver Horde in general have surrendered to the Draconic Legion and are now part of the Draconic Legion. Good news and bad news about that. The areas up in the Red Peaks and near Silverreach, where they were already pretty limited, they have just wholesale abandoned at this point. And so the new front line of your war is down where Horn Bay is. That is where, sailing south, you would start to encounter the defenses of the Argenti. However, they are currently under the control of Ivory Solitude. Your understanding is that a general has been sent from the Morning Peak and from Ivory Solitude to oversee and assist with Argenti's Dominion. You're pretty sure that means that Argenti's Dominion has become a puppet state. So, in all likelihood, the overseeing basically means you do whatever the fuck I tell you. But because of that, without the loss of a single soldier, Fort Argenti and Silverreach and the Red Peaks have been conquered and are now part of the territory of the Children of the Deep. So the mood is actually quite good right now, although there was some concern that some of the heroes that had led the army to Fort Argenti kind of vanished and didn't show up. So there will definitely be some excitement now that you have returned. So one at a time, as you return, you all make your way back to give a report unknowingly. Your reports are all very similar, and that is how the four of you find yourselves reunited at the tavern in Highwall. And I'll let you all take it from
It
there.
feels so good, too.
Yeah. So, Nova, as you enter into the tavern, you are the last of the four to return. You see Layla, Ayla, and Ramiel are all sitting at a table and sharing stories.
Oh.
I will say that with your passive perception, you think that Ayla looks more excited than the rest of them, like she's trying to hold it in.
I will go up and like if you're sitting down, Ayla, she'll go up and wrap her arms around your neck. So party can start. Oh, Jesus, it's been a minute. Hold on.
What voice is
So-
that?
I don't know. Shavari's voice, I think.
A new voice.
So the party can start now. I have arrived. Here we are.
I think
Somebody's
Ayla,
excited.
Welcome back.
I think Ayla just wraps her tail around like probably your leg,
Yeah.
and she's. Hold on, I'm gonna roll for this.
Oh no.
Where the fuck did my D20 go? Damn it, cat. Okay, yeah, she's like vibrating in place.
So do I know that they've also all visited? Like that was their reports, or do I have no idea?
No, you do know that from Tessa that
Okay.
they gave similar reports.
Gotcha. So sounds like we all had some interesting visits. I don't see Brayley here.
We know she's on her way, right?
I don't know if we have any
You have heard from Yuki that they were flying up to Mitra Glorianda to go get them.
Alright, yeah. They, her and Yuki were on it. Well, she was being fetched by Yuki from Mitra Glorianda. She thought should be on their way back soon.
So she must have seen Severus, and who did you see, my dear?
Yeah, you know, just
Your
Aldana.
hero. I see. Only your most prized hero.
Okay, did you have to say it out loud?
Your body is saying it for me, trust me.
We can all tell.
It's a thinly veiled secret as far as
It's this damn tail, isn't it? I can't fucking get it to behave.
Oh, I don't think I want it
it-
to behave. I think
Is
it's
it
as perfect
dog
as
wagging?
I think it is perfect just the way it is. And Layla?
Oh, I met with Falah again.
Oh, right. We all met us at one time.
Yes, it seems I got a bit lucky, as it were, to not have to deal with introducing myself to a total stranger.
Aren't you lucky? Ramiel, did you see your mother?
I did, in fact, see
She's
my
all
mother.
right. How is she?
Doing a lot better than I thought she was going to.
That is good news.
On that note, may I introduce to you a friend, an acquaintance?
Indeed. Sitting at the table, you see a woman with deeply tanned skin, very muscular. She's got kind of brown hair with runs of gold through it, and it kind of is braided down her back. And she looks over.
I whisper in Ayla's ear, "Can we has?"
I want one.
I'm not going to
Ramiel
say
just
no.
kind of like raises an eyebrow at the both of you and goes like, "Don't, don't,
Don't what?
Don't
don't."
what?
I
did
know
say
that
anything.
look.
What
I
look?
know that look.
What look?
Will the lovely lady introduce herself?
I'm sorry, I'm still learning your language.
Oh.
My name
Do
is
you want-
Violet.
Hello, Violet.
And no, I have to learn it eventually if I'm going to
I know,
fight
but like,
here.
I know, but in the, you can just in
The
case
best way to
there's-
learn a language is to immerse yourself in it totally.
And
My name
Ramiel
is
kind
Well,
of like, Ramiel kind of
suppose
like
that's
taps the diadem. I don't want there to be misunderstandings.
Fair enough. And now she suddenly makes sense.
Very well. My name is
Yes.
Nova.
Nice to meet you, Nova. And then, so I've picked up, this is Ayla and Layla, and
Nice
obviously-
to meet you.
Nice to meet you. This is kind of weird. I'm not from around here. Don't quite know how I got here. And I understand that everything is also terrible here. So,
That about sums
Yes.
it up, yeah.
Sometimes that is just how life is, you'll find.
Cool.
Interesting.
well,
Well,
So-
perhaps we can trade war stories then.
yeah, sure. So I guess do you want the long version or the short version?
Perhaps maybe start with the short and we can get to the long,
All right. I died protecting
version?
my sister. My soul went into a robot. Then eventually a god brought my soul out of the robot and put it back into my body. And then we fought an archdemon. Well, before that we fought an archdevil. And then we fought an archdemon. And while that archdemon was being sundered, apparently my soul got caught up in it and I was sent here.
That sounds rough, buddy.
I mean, it's not the worst. I'm still alive, which
is true.
is better than a prior experience.
Fair enough.
Suppose I can't argue that one.
Seems like you've had quite a lively time and a colorful life besides.
Yeah, I've seen more levels of the hells than most people.
Well, we don't
On-
have that here, but good to know.
You don't have the hells?
Not technically.
No.
No.
Where do your evil people go when they die?
They die.
Well, yeah, where does their soul go?
They
The same
used
as
to-
everyone else.
Eventually.
They used to go to the voids, but
Now the devils are on the moon. The demons, though, they just die with us.
She takes a long drink of whiskey at that.
But yes, so you
Okay.
all met those people. Brayley, I'm guessing from Meter Lorianda, met with Cerberus. I had the random short lady. She was very strange. She liked to
Auntie
look at
Rialta.
stars. Yes, Rialta. She had a very handsome husband and a daughter that loved seashells. I learned a lot more about seashells than I ever thought I would learn in my entire life.
you would. She's quite the talker.
Did you fight her?
Why
What?
would you? Why
I
would
mean,
you fight?
I'm
a
not going to
child?
fight and infirm women.
Excuse you?
Rialta was a
I didn't say fight the child.
Oh, no, I assumed you meant Rialta, but she is infirm. She walks with a cane. She didn't seem to be doing well, honestly. I was trying to convince her to not come with, but she at first said, no, I'm not coming, and then she read the stars and said, no, I have to come after her. And I went, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know, she
Oh.
seems strange.
Well,
This-
Caldana can still throw a hell of a punch, so.
Eh,
I'm sorry.
so
did
I
you
get
say
the
you
old
went-
lady. I see.
I'm sorry. Did you say you fought with Auntie Caldana?
I'm somehow not surprised.
Mhm.
I
And-
mean, if any one of us was to have such a story,
That would be her.
And you're
it would
walking.
be Ayla.
So who won?
I mean, she didn't pick up the giant greatsword, and I probably would have lost if she did, because
Ah,
you
I
know
see.
I don't want to get chopped in half. But me?
No. She kissed your cheek.
Did
See?
did
Really
did
well.
you at least have fun?
I had the time of my fucking life.
Of course she had fun. Do you not see our body is reacting to everything we have said?
I'm still kind of getting used to the fact that you have a fucking tail, of all things.
Yeah,
Really?
you and me both.
I think it's great.
Yeah, we.
Especially this part. She takes your horns and goes like this. I'm getting used to a lot of things.
There is a lot.
Yeah, we have a bit of a transformation going around our group.
I think
Let's not
when
forget
Nova,
Miss Greeley.
I think when Nova grabs Ayla's horn, she's just gonna smirk at Violet.
Don't.
Don't
Violet
what?
raises an eyebrow.
Don't what?
Don't. I know what
Uh-huh.
you're doing.
What am I doing?
You're
What
trying
are
to
we
add-
doing?
You are trying to add more to your polycule, and I don't. Well, okay. First off, Violet, if theoretically, if if they express interest, are you accepting and willing to consent?
Goodness, you
Is-
asked kind of early. I was going to lead up with some drinks and flirting, but all
I
right.
know,
lead
I
into
know where
it.
it's going. I might as well cut the.
Ramiel,
Not much
I
for
don't think you
foreplay
have
on this
to
plane,
worry
huh?
I
I
don't think
mean-
you have to worry about them
Well,
stealing your
apparently
gay
he's
voice.
not, but like that isn't true for the rest of us.
You don't need to answer now. Get to know us first. Then say no. Or yes. Yes would be preferable. Listen,
So you don't do the talking for the group then?
just
she,
watch it.
she does actually.
Rough,
Who
buddy.
was that directed to?
That's directed towards
Nova.
me because I messed up my words, but we're just gonna go with it. That's not what I meant. But
Okay.
It's fine.
Look, Ramiel,
She's also
of the
usually
people at the
better
table,
it.
who most recently woke up in the jail cell?
Violet raises her hand. Probably me.
Okay, who most recently woke up in the jail cell for public indecency?
We don't
Oh yeah, no, not that.
want to talk. You had an entire fucking law made for the both of you.
Excuse you, that was for 3 of us.
Oh yes, my bad. 3 of you simultaneously made one fucking law.
It was a
Yeah,
group
it was a
effort.
fucking law, wasn't it?
We're all
Sorry,
about
say that
group efforts here, you see.
What?
I mean, when it comes to legislation, that's actually quite efficient.
Is there like a gas leak in here, or
No, you just
No, you.
You-
I'm
you
sorry.
haven't lived until you tried sky fucking.
I mean, I fucked in a devil's castle once.
That.
Oh,
Okay, I
but you-
actually
you
have
know
no
what?
concept
You'll
for
fi-
what that's like.
You'll feel right at home here then.
Yeah.
Oh, guys.
Okay.
The closest we had to that is a church.
yes,
You guys had sex in a church.
yes.
I would say that that's kind of the opposite.
How do the gods of this plane feel about that?
I don't.
The one we were in, we've been told by one of our official spokespeople that she's cool with it.
I heard
Alright,
they
this
like
plane's
to
kinda cool.
watch.
What'd you say?
I heard they like to watch.
Some
Oh.
upset, perhaps. I don't know what's all this. Either way, I suppose what I should say is that if any flirting is uncomfortable with you, you can always let us know.
Oh, I'm fine with flirting. That's no problem.
See, Ramiel?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how long I'm gonna be here, so you know.
Oh, so then I got to pick up the pace. Got it.
She shrugs.
Just shoot Ramiel's smarmy grin before turning back.
You know what? You know what? You try to learn the language around them then.
Is this?
I just look. I showed up here, and you guys are all in a war. I said I'd help because what the hell else am I gonna do? They're the ones flirting with me. I didn't start it.
It's not Violet's fault. Violet, what's
Yes, you're unfortunately their type.
Okay, well, I mean, yeah.
I love a sexy, confident person.
Well, I mean, look. Yeah.
Thank you.
Funnily,
Thank you.
funnily enough, you never came on to me, huh? No, he did.
Raviel.
You give
did.
you give off a certain vibe.
She clocked you the moment she saw you. We all did. So there's nothing wrong with that. Flaunt it. Violet, where are your skills lie in warfare?
Oh, I was a boxer.
Oh.
Yeah, pretty good at that.
Is Rain a martial artist in this world?
Rain
What is Rain's class?
Rain is a fighter.
Okay. Is she hand-to-hand fighter or is she?
She can be, but she does use weapons.
Okay, never mind. I won't say that. Then.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. But yeah, no, if you need something punched.
Good to know. Good to know.
I guess I
Well.
should ask in return, what do you all do?
I unpunch things.
All right, healer. All right.
I'm
Like
sorry,
that.
I fucking love that. I unpunched things to describe a healer.
Oh my god, that's a t-shirt. Write it down.
And Nova, what do you do?
Sword fight. I have a little bit of magic on the side.
Okay. All right.
I have a person in my head who talks to me.
Oh, God, you're my sister. Okay, got it.
She also have a connected person with which she is going to be reincarnating into the next life.
Oh, you're like Jatari.
I'm sorry.
These are names that.
No, there was someone in my group who's a Nona Roxy.
Oh, so it exists in other.
That's the person I had sex with in the Devil Castle.
Oh,
I see.
well,
Alright.
I have excellent news for you. Oh, interesting. I did not know. Rashira, it sounds like there are others like us in other planes.
Yeah. So, all right. So Nova, you're like a warlock.
A warlock, I do rogue things.
Oh, okay. All right. Like that. And I know Ramiel's a spellcaster, sorcerer.
Yes.
Ayla, was it?
A little bit of whip, little bit of blood magic, little bit of stabbing things.
When she gets angry, things die.
So you're like a demon then.
Okay, just because I have the horns.
No, it's more the blood magic that turns me down that path.
No, it just kind of coats everything in lightning.
All right. Sounds cool. Around this time, the door to the tavern opens, and in walks Orion.
Ramiel
How's he looking?
instantly shoots up.
He is walking unassisted, which is definitely a good step for him. His arm is in a kind of braced sling, the one that was burned over because he still hasn't gotten full use of it back. And his face is very, very scarred over on one side of it. But he is walking under his own power. As he-
Ramiel is going to head over.
Scooch to make room.
He is approaching you and he smiles at you, Ramiel. All right, I hear the rumors are true. You are back in town.
We are, and you better.
Well, that is what the body does if you give it enough time. You didn't think I was going to stay in that bed forever, did you?
Well, I hope not.
Well, don't worry. They told me I could be out for a half hour, but I told them I'll see him when I feel like it.
please, come sit.
He nods and makes his way over to the table and gives everyone a nod. And Nova, good to see you again.
Good to see you walking around.
Layla, Ayla,
Howdy.
and Phlegathorn.
What'd he say?
Phlegathorn.
This is Violet.
Oh, I might have gotten hit harder in the head than I
No,
realized.
She's new here. She's
Oh,
new.
thank goodness.
You haven't met her. I don't think you have met her.
Oh, thank goodness.
Came from a different plane. It sounds like from. She's still learning the language. Ramiel is helping her be able to communicate.
Oh, well, Ms. Violet, it is wonderful to make your acquaintance. Welcome to Serene, I guess. And she gives a polite smile and nods. Nice to meet you. They certainly do make them large on this plane, huh? And he
He's
kind of nods. You have no idea.
he's the runt of the litter.
Violet spits her drink out. Oh, I see. They make the men and women that big here, out of curiosity? And Orion nods. My sisters were both larger than I am. I see. And will they be joining us tonight? Not unless we have conduct a seance. Ah. Well, I'm gonna go kill myself. So I'll see you all later.
Let's no,
please
it's no,
don't.
that's on me. I didn't
No,
want
it's not on you, Rami. I would not expect you to go. Well, this is Orion. His siblings are dead. That'd be awkward. No, it's fine. Listen, it's okay. Please sit down, enjoy your drink. I'm gonna just take about 5 minutes to sit down here myself.
Do you want me to fetch you anything, love?
Nope, I can handle it. I'm good. And he eventually does get down into his seat. All right. Where's the wolf girl?
She is
On
not-
her way back from Mitra Glorianda, I think.
Yes.
Oh, she got to go to Mitra Gloriana twice in a lifetime. Well, that's unusual. And I'm not jealous at all.
Sounds like she has had quite the adventure, but we will find out soon, I hope.
Yeah. Yeah. Ramiel, he pulls you down into his lap. And just
I
snakes an arm around your midsection.
Had a perfectly fine seat, but
And now you have a
know
better
what?
one.
You know what? You're
I mean,
right.
Look, if you want to go to Mitra Glorianda, here's your ticket.
That is true, actually.
He nods.
This is.
My fair prince.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't start with me.
Ayla just gets the
Starting-
biggest shit-eating
Continuing and ending with you as far as I'm concerned. That was getting almost 2 gambits of accent, and we don't need to go there.
I swear to all that is holy, if you start with that in bed,
Yes, your highness.
I
This is when we need to get the room.
Or we can
Okay,
just get them another jail cell.
That is true.
Although I suppose Orion wasn't in the jail cell, that was
That was
Canis. And
that I
Oh, he
understand
doesn't-
was Canis.
Mm-hmm.
oh god, you know.
Of course he knows!
Who do you think is the
Mm.
first person Canis told?
Whatever he told you,
It was probably true.
it's a fib. Is what it is.
Oh, is it? Hmm,
Yes.
I see. Very well then. He
Hey.
kind of Violet speaks up. I don't want to step on a landmine or anything, but can I ask what happened with all of this? He nods. Oh, mishap in the line of duty, unfortunately. Took a bit of artillery fire that was meant for someone else. But I'm told that elvish princes dig scars, so it'll probably be all right.
Ramiel rolls his eyes. You're lucky. You're lucky. You're cute.
I used to be.
You still are.
Layla, did you hear of Captain Lily? I know we sent her on that one mission and then things changed.
Yes, has there been any word?
Are you asking Orion?
Yeah,
Orion.
he's been here. We haven't.
Yeah, no, Orion blinks. I can't rightly say myself. Don't hear all that there is to hear laying in a bed in the medical wing. I probably recommend you talk to Captain Alspeth about that.
Of course.
Though I will say the rumors of y'all are swirling around here. Apparently, Dragon herself was at Fort Argenti, and you all said to the army, turn around and return safely. We'll handle this. And here you all are.
Okay, I wouldn't say that's exactly what we said.
Well,
I
that's
would-
how they're telling it.
I
They're
would
saying
say
that
it's close enough.
they're telling it that you all said that you would fight her.
Well, it wasn't nearly so dramatic, I'm afraid. We didn't fight, and instead she sent us to various places to find
Yeah.
the whispers in silence.
Yeah, I told her to go to hell, and then I was waking up in a snowdrift in the car talk.
Well, I'll go ahead and say right now that there are precious few people in this world who have ever had the luxury of telling Dragon to go to hell and live to tell the tale about it.
She is a badass.
Violet raises her hand. Why do you tell people to go to hell if there is no hell here?
Stop going back on my language. Listen.
Go to the void?
Translation error.
Yeah.
Yeah, go with that one.
Your babblefish isn't working. For you.
Another person joins shortly after as Asuka steps into the room. She looks exhausted as she makes her way over and just plops down in a seat.
Ayla's lap is perfectly available.
Yeah, well, she wants to put her face in that, so she's got to sit next to you. So she just lays her head down in your lap.
Fair enough.
Ayla just puts a wing over her. Long day?
We're not dead.
Orion, are you, going to be taking back over again anytime soon? Because this command shit sucks. Orion raised an eyebrow. You fought me tooth and nail for command of this squadron when we took it. And she's like, all right, so maybe there's a chance that I was wrong about this one thing and nothing else.
Who are you and what have you done to Asuka?
I concur with the prince.
Don't you start.
Look, it's exhausting, and when stuff goes wrong, people who are higher ranked than you just yell at you. And I don't like it. I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore.
Weren't you supposed to take over the Thieves Guild?
Yeah, and when people there didn't do did things that I didn't like, I had them killed.
Yeah, she.
Yeah,
In
that doesn't
that
work quite on an
scenario,
army.
it sounds like she would have been the one of higher rank at all
Yeah, that-
times.
Then less getting yelled at.
So
Yeah.
middle management sucks. Understood.
Yes, it's horrible. I hate it. She just whines and buries her face in your lap, Nova.
Fair enough. I just play with her hair. There.
She kicks her feet angrily.
So it's
She is having the closest thing to a tantrum you have seen her have.
She is young. couple years younger than me.
She's, I think, 19.
Yeah. They're both 19. I'm like 22. So. Well, perhaps I think Orion still have some healing to do, but he could do it beyond the desk, I suppose. I have a feeling he does not want to be there, so.
Orion nods. I'm very much looking forward to getting back out in the field with my team. This is very boring.
Well, I am certain it will get less boring soon.
Almost as if you tripped a flag.
Oh.
I am good at
The
that.
door opens and Tessa peeks her head in. The dark side's on final approach.
Sit up straight.
I guess we go out to greet it. Ayla will pick up Asuka and carry her.
Yeah.
Asuka immediately buries her face in your shoulder and just continues whining. Her tail wraps around your
It's
arm.
not fair.
Yeah, she hates it.
Just a chain of tiefling tails leading to Nova.
Pretty much.
As you all head down to the docks, indeed, you see the dark side descend below the clouds and touch down in the water before it makes its way over to shore. The familiar ship docks, ropes being thrown over the edge, which some of the soldiers catch and moor the ship. The gangway is put in place, and the first one down the gangway is Braley.
Since you're carrying Asuka, Nova will see Braley and rush down, I think. And is Braley is she in wolf form or is she more humanoid looking?
She's a little. I think seeing a guy, she's probably a little excited. So she's like
so
the ears are out, tails out, the abs are out.
Very
The
important.
important things.
Violet raises her eyebrows.
And Nova will offer a hug if she wants it. She like goes for it.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah, Braylee's we're gonna whoa, like a run and lift.
Oh shit!
Nova's gonna be lifted.
Hell yeah.
Hey guys, where you been?
Where
All
haven't we
over.
been?
Yes, well, it seems.
Well, you know, the car talk.
I was
Welcome
in.
back, love.
Yes. I am glad you are safe. Sounds like there was some interesting things in Mitra Glorianda.
Oh yeah. We ate pancakes.
Oh, that sounds delicious. Who is we?
All the whispers and some of their family.
Wait, I'm sorry. All the
Oh.
whispers.
Yeah, like your mom.
Just the way you
My
said it.
mother. Was it
I
Mitra
had
Glorianda?
pancakes with your mom.
My mother? Wait.
Hi, Ram Ram. As you look up to the top of the gangway, there stands a beautiful purple dragonborn. The scales are resplendent, even more so than you remember them now. And she no longer has like pupils in her eyes. Her eyes are just these this brilliant shade of like ivory. Her horns are longer and curl up once as they extend up towards the heavens. Her she wears like a robe almost that is very modest and has a set of armor over the top of it, a breastplate made of gold. And in her arm, she has a lyre, along with, over her shoulder, you can see Dragon Song as the ivory songstress descends the gangway down towards the main dock. And you
From your
all witness a
goodness.
demigod for the first time.
What's
Romeo
Ramiel,
kinda
that's
has,
not what
like,
I remember you describing her like.
This
Oh,
is
some things happen. I don't. What happened after they came?
When
After they like
when they
ascended.
returned, they looked different than when they left. All of them came back and said that they were demigods. They
Okay.
had their sparks had ignited into something truly new on Serene, something that had never existed before.
Yes.
Their hearts sparkled, I guess, and then here they're they're demi. You know how I'm like a goddess reborn? They're like demigods.
Oh,
Yeah, look at her. She's
What?
gorgeous.
yeah.
She smiles. Yeah, it's kind of like that. You did good, Brayley. Well done.
Wait, did you get abs too? Or was it just a
No,
me?
that's kind of a Caldana thing.
Okay. Just
Her and her wife, they definitely got abs.
Girl,
Um,
you and your abs.
Okay, Caldana had abs before, to be clear.
That's
Not
true.
that I noticed or anything.
They're just extra sparkly now.
extra sparkly abs.
Ramiel, the ivory songstress, smiles at you and puts a hand on your cheek. You look happy.
And you look better.
Yes. We talked, honestly, for the first time in a long time. And we decided that we made a mistake. And that it was time for us to make it right. We're here to do just that.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
You will. Come on, we have to talk. Wait, I want to meet him first.
And who's that?
She
Brayley's gonna point to Violet.
yeah, Violet is standing there looking very confused.
Her name is Violet. She comes from another world. I may have sort of messed up my shots, but I think you still have a chance.
Oh, what?
Violet is staring at this half werewolf girl and is like, I can get used to this world.
That does that for you, huh?
I mean, look, I'm sure I'll miss my sister, but
Wait, what? Wait.
There are limits.
She's eating on you, Brady. She thinks you are attractive. As I've
Oh.
been telling you.
Oh, so then we should all go on a date. We were a party
Yeah.
of how many now? Ayla, Asuka, Nova, Violet. 5? Oh, and
Shira.
yeah, 5. Shira, 6? 7 maybe?
oh, so the
Let's just
tieflings,
add a
so
let's
the
add an
tieflings
extra
are a
seat.
package deal with this.
Sounds like we have a hot date tonight.
You know what? I like the sound of that.
Back to the hot springs.
All right, I like this. I like this plane. I'm
Good-
I'm
good
staying
idea.
here.
Pharaoh, please.
The next down the gangway,
Stuck on me. Stop it.
it's an Uruk, but you can only tell from the silhouette. They are practically dripping shadows off them. Their eyes are these bright white beacons amongst their shadowy face. On their back, you can see they have a pair of twin daggers that rest down the sides of them as they descend down onto the dock. And nod. They look at you, Layla.
Oh my.
And here you are. Are you ready to stand against what will come?
I suppose I don't really have a choice, even if I wasn't.
That is where you're wrong. That will ever remain the gift of your kind. You always have a choice.
Yes, well, morally I do not.
That is true. And come, The blade of night demands your presence.
Gonna lean over to Nova. Okay, is it just me or did the law get a lot edgier since we saw her?
I think there is always an edginess. It's just not very apparent.
I do
Wait till you
not.
hear about the patricide.
Descending
What's
down
happened?
the gangway, two individuals. Ayla, you recognize Caldana immediately, although they do look different. Their horns are now, both of these women have completely matching horns. They each wear a cloak in this flowing gold color. Their skin is now icy blue, and their eyes glow red. One of them has a reaper's scythe on their back, and the other has a tower shield that comes to a sharp point at the bottom. And they look at you as they descend down.
I'm gonna lean over to Nova again. Okay, I don't think I win the fight this time.
Yeah. I would not attempt against a demigod, but damn!
You definitely wouldn't. We are the winter.
It was good while it lasted.
You didn't win the first time, let's be clear.
Ooh.
We are the winter matrons. And where the Red Lady left off, we now must continue. We considered a lot of people for our champion, but Soraya speaks up. But you're the one that annoyed me the least, so it's you.
Pat your shoulder.
That's kind of sweet.
I think.
Thanks, I think.
Like, thanks?
Honestly, to Ayla, I think that is a high compliment.
The fourth down.
Figaro.
He's being a dick.
Yeah, he's real nasty. Can
As
you
you
mind your
see-
own?
Rialto
Dickaro.
walking down. First of all, she's walking.
Gasp.
She is not using a cane or any sort of crutch. She walks as she ever did. Her hair is so much longer now. It extends down to her feet and beyond, yet it never touches the ground. It always rests above the ground. She wears a cloak that is made of the night sky with stars drifting across it. And as she looks at you, she has a crescent moon in the center of her forehead. And she smiles at you. Thank you.
For what?
After we spoke, I decided I needed to at least talk to my friends one more time. And I realized that, once again, I had read the stars wrong.
Wrong in what way?
I thought that I was meant to come here and die. No. The funny thing about death is it is always confused with change. I was meant to come here and change. That is what we have done. I am the guiding star. And now I am here to light your way.
Me?
Yes.
Listen, I know you may not have a lot of choices among the people here, but are you sure I am the best fit for you?
I could choose from anyone in this entire world. And yes, I am certain that you are the right choice. I am... She kind of smiles. I am exactly as certain as Selena was about choosing me.
Very well, then.
You presume that means that
Damn.
she's completely certain.
Yeah, I'm going to assume that is high certainty.
Sure.
Very well. Let's talk.
Let us talk. And she leaves with you as well. And finally, down the ramp, clad in armor made of earth itself, like liquid clay almost, always shifting, always changing, his eyes continually changing as well, is the Green Warden, the god of the demigod of metamorphosis, who steps down and glances at you, Brayley. Well, suppose that just leaves us once again.
Yeah. I don't think anyone could beat you in a, was it pancake eating contest?
You're right. There is indeed no one who could beat me now,
Yeah.
even if Caldana says that it is her place to bring death to pancakes.
Oh boy.
Come. I think it is time we discussed your future.
Okay.
Brayley's very on board nowadays.
Yeah.
Brayley, he walks with you along the beach and glances over at you. I searched for you for a long time because I thought this world needed flora and fauna.
Mhm.
And that was my failing. For so long, I've striven for change, for growth. And yet, when I was tasked with implementing it myself, I went back to the familiar. I looked for those who had come before instead of looking to those who would come after. You are that. You will lead the next generation of this world, one way or the other. As I am now, I cannot be what stands against Dragon, but I can empower you to do so, should you choose it.
Yeah. Whatever you need.
No,
Whatever we need. Sorry. Whatever we need to beat Dragon.
you have the courage of a knight, Brayley. I said to you in Mitra Glorianda that I wasn't certain that you were ready. I stand corrected. Brayley, you are gifted with the blessing of the Green Warden. This gives you the ability Voice of Progress, giving you advantage on charisma checks and charisma saving throws. It also gives you the Shapeshifter ability. As an action, you can change your appearance and your voice. You determine the specifics of the changes, including your coloration, hair length, and sex. You can also adjust your height and weight and can change your size between medium and small. You can make yourself appear as a member of another race, though none of your game statistics change. You can't duplicate the appearance of an individual you've never seen, and you must adopt a form that has the same basic arrangement of limbs that you have. Your clothing and equipment are not changed by this trait. In addition, you are given the charge of growth. The Green Warden has blessed you, but only so long as you carry his message forward. You are to be a champion of change and to stand resolutely against the status quo, particularly when it fails those in need. Failing to do so will cause this blessing to become inert until such time as you redeem yourself at the DM's discretion. Eventually he stops and looks out towards the water. We will stay and consult and offer what guidance we can. But this is no longer our war. It is now the war of mortals, which we are no more.
It's such a odd change, but thanks for. I'm not sure what it's like being a demigod, but I don't know exactly what was sacrificed, but thank you for all your help.
I had worried that giving up my mortality would be something I regretted forever. But this new form, this new creation of mortal and deity, I think we have a chance to do some good for the world. Meanwhile, Layla, as you walk through the port, Falah seems to be looking around, enjoying the sight of it. I grew up in a place like this. Grew up around the docks of Stone's Throw.
I grew up in a place of fields and meadows myself.
That sounds peaceful.
It frequently was.
I can see why it's something that you would strive to preserve. Peace.
Yeah. I want to keep everyone from harm that I can.
As the Blade of Night, I am the demigod of retribution.
Oh, I think we might be looking for someone else.
I thought so too, for a time. Then I realized, no. Retribution need not be violent, need not destroy life, nor bring harm. Retribution is justice, nothing more, and nothing less. Justice can take many forms, Layla. Yes, for me, it often meant slaying the wicked. But there are many who would say that what I do is not justice, that it is just more bloodletting.
Much more philosophical than I would have thought this conversation would be. Not that I mind, of course, but...
Well, my sister was always the brains of the two of us, but perhaps it is my new lease on life that has stirred a thread of wisdom within me, or perhaps some of Mom's words eventually did rub off. Who knows? But I have chosen you as my champion, because I think that retribution needs to be more than just violence and bloodletting. I think the world needs to see that retribution can truly be just. And maybe it is the hands of a healer that would be best to carry that message.
I see. I will accept and dwell on what I can do to achieve that.
You are given the blessing of the Blade of Night. With this blessing, you have Champion the Just. Attacks made against allies within 5 feet of you are made at disadvantage. This does not include you. You also have Reveal the Wicked. You have advantage on insight checks and can see even in magical darkness to a range of 30 feet. And you have the Charge of Retribution. The Blade of Night has blessed you, but only so long as you carry her message forward. It is your charge to bring retribution to those who have committed wrongdoing. Failing to do so will cause this blessing to become inert until such time as you redeem yourself at the DM's discretion. What retribution is your charge to explore. Rialta. Nova. Your walk is... well, it's nice seeing her actually walk alongside you, no longer having to hobble along. She walks like someone who has a new lease on life herself. She walks like someone who has known what it is to not have the ability and now have it again. And she hums as she walks along with you.
sure your family will be happy to see you're better.
Yes, I'm certain that they will. Martine in particular, I think, will be pleased. The little one hasn't ever known me any other way, really, so I think for her it'll be a pleasant surprise, but it'll be an adjustment too. She's used to me not being able to catch her, for one.
Interesting surprise.
Yes. I've always had a gift for reading the stars, but what I was even better at was reading other people. You strike me as someone who has carried a lot of pain, Nova.
I would not say I am someone who knew how to manage that pain very well. I thought I had lost my soul, or convinced myself of such for many long years. It is only because of someone taking a chance on me that I am honestly probably even alive today.
I know exactly what you mean.
Is it so?
Yes. The goddess Selena did choose me, but in truth, she was torn between choosing myself and my brother.
Ooh, that sounds ugly.
It could well have been, and in many ways it was. She chose me despite knowing that doing so would mean that my brother would aid in Scala's return. That he would become one of the greatest villains our world has ever known.
I'm gonna assume that Nova wouldn't have known about that fact. Okay, I kind of have figured Nova doesn't know much about the
Yeah.
Whispers, so I just want to make sure. Your brother caused Scala's return?
Yes, he did.
Yeesh.
That's a word for it.
Is that his awkward family reunions?
We have not had very many of them.
Fair enough.
Yes, he did cause Scala's return, but as it turns out, that was indeed all part of the plan. With that decision, Selena knew where and when and how Scala would come back. And also would have me as the champion to stand against it.
So would you have caused Scala's return if she had chosen your brother instead?
No. Decisions like that can be difficult. Impossible for some.
Indeed.
I was in a lot of pain when that decision was made, not just over my brother, but also for my lover who had perished. Someone I was not allowed to mourn for. Because she was my brother's wife.
Under her breath, she keeps going, awkward family reunions. but nods, trying to keep the humor to themselves.
Why do we treat mourning as a thing to be done in solitude? Why is grief seen as a thing to be overcome? If death is a natural part of life, must not grief and sorrow be just as natural? Why do we shun them?
I suppose just as much as people like to avoid thinking of deaths, they also like to avoid thinking of grief and pain, but you can't live life without it, so...
Seems like you have learned quite the lesson from your time without a soul.
Indeed. It is only because of Zams that I am here.
And you wonder why I choose you.
Ah. I see.
She smiles. You have been given the blessing of the guiding star. You have strength in numbers. You gain a +1 bonus to your armor class for each ally adjacent to you, up to a maximum of +3.
All right, Polycule, stay close to me at all times.
You also have comforting presence while taking a
So-
short rest.
The polycule around the healer.
You have comforting presence. While taking a short rest, you may choose up to 2 allied creatures in addition to yourself. When those creatures expend hit dice to recover hit points, they take the maximum amount possible on their hit dice rather than rolling.
Oh, shit.
And you have the charge of healing. The guiding star has blessed you, but only so long as you carry her message forward. You must lend assistance to those in need, especially those struggling with grief and loss. Failing to do so will cause this blessing to become inert until such time as you redeem yourself at the DM's discretion.
All right. Time to be a grief counselor, everybody. I got this.
Ayla, you find yourself walking along with the winter matrons, one on either side of you. It is intimidating, to say the least of it. These two are the new psychopomps of this world. It is their responsibility to bring people to death. Caldana glances at you. Thank you for the fight. It actually was quite refreshing.
Highlight to my day, too.
Well, it was a good reminder that there are still young, up-and-coming heroes who have something to offer this world.
I don't know if I'd call myself a hero, but
No. Why not?
I mean, when this all started, I just was a sellsword that happened to fall in with people that ended up here.
Soraya chuckles. You should hear how Caldana started. Caldana glanced over. I'm sorry. Which one of us was a dread demon and an amulet? Soraya glares back at her, and you're like, oh, this is getting awkward quickly. But she is correct. When I started, I was a warmonger. I was planning on leading an army down from the Kartok Mountains to sack Mina's Grove and kill everyone within.
Yeah, that would put a damper on things, I suppose.
Just so. But during an unfortunate climbing incident that, as it turns out, I may or may not have caused, I died, and the Red Lady granted me a second opportunity to be something better. And Soraya nods. My first opportunity in this world, I became a dread demon. I led an entire cult to their extinction. And, well, Caldana gave me a chance to be something better. It's the people around us who give us the chance to become better than we are. All a hero is someone who takes it.
I think she'll just nod.
Well, if you're going to be our champion, we do have some rules. First of all, if you lose a fight, you're dead to me. Soraya glares at her. All right, yeah, no, don't. It's fine. It's gonna happen from time to time. Don't let it get you down.
I did the almost dying thing once. Good with leaving it at once.
Good call. One thing we have learned above all else: death is not the privilege of anyone. It must be universal. It must be the final step for any who live. We have seen the alternative, and we will not abide it. Can you own that charge?
So kill dragon. Got it.
For a start.
Curiosity, how many more people are going around claiming to be immortal?
Hard to tell at any given moment. I'm sure we'll find more work for you.
Oh good, I'm gonna be busy.
Yes. You've been given the blessing of the Winter Matrons. You have the Reaper's Toll. You have advantage on attack rolls made against any creature that has the bloodied condition or is at less than half of its maximum hit points, which are the same thing. It's just for 5.5 or 5.0. Chill of the Grave. You are immune to cold damage and the frightened condition. And you also have the Charge of Passing. The Winter Matrons have blessed you, but only so long as you carry their message forward. You are the enemy of any who claim immortality. Those who believe themselves immune to death's embrace will be proven wrong. Failing to do so will cause this blessing to become inert until such time as you redeem yourself at the DM's discretion. Ramiel.
Oh,
As
I
a-
have.
oh.
Sorry, I have one more thing for
Sure, go ahead.
Ayla.
Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, this isn't gonna give me like you know, the veins and.
Oh. No. And Caldana lifts up a portion of her armor to show that she no longer has them either. We thought that it was time for divinity in the way we know it to end. And in that way, we were right. Where we were wrong was the idea that it needed to be gone for good. Where we were wrong is that it needed to be expunged entirely. We came to understand that in removing the ability to spark from this world, we also stripped this world of its defenses against the supernatural. And that had to change. Hence what we are now. We are part mortal, part deity. We can be killed as a mortal can. We cannot make the same change that a mortal can. We are truly a piece of each.
And making the changes, I'm assuming, where I and everyone else come in.
Soraya smiles at that. Just so. We can choose champions. We can grant our blessing and boons to those we feel are worthy. But ever is it mortality's responsibility to change the world. So if you don't think yourself a hero, you'd better get with the program.
Suppose I should.
Ramiel. Your mom is currently doing circles around Orion, just commenting on everything.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, "Oh, cool! You've got like you're like Kelsey's dad was. Oh, wow! You're really strong too. Ooh, that looks painful. Okay, so I heard you're one of Ramram's 2 boyfriends.
And Ramiel is just like pinching the bridge of his nose as this is happening,
Uh,
but like also hiding a small smile.
Yes. Yes, I am. I'm sorry. And you must be you Ramiel's mother. Uh-huh. Yep. I'm Melody. Nice to meet you. Well, I'm the Ivory Songstress now, but I'm also Melody. And he blinks.
Yes.
So
evidently
I'm dating
development.
a prince and the son of a goddess.
Oh boy.
Yeah, but no pressure or anything. You sound like you're doing good. Ramiel gets embarrassed around you. That means he likes you.
I do not.
Yes, you do. Okay. All right. Ramiel, I approve.
Of
Of this one. I've still got to meet the other one.
right. Where is Canis?
Last I heard on his ship. But I'm not entirely certain. How about I go find him? Let you two talk.
Yes. Do send word about my mother wanting to meet him.
Oh, don't worry. I'll make sure he gets the message. And he hurries off. And Melody watches him go with her tongue blepped out at the side. I like him.
I do too.
No, you love him.
And Rabiel almost wants to like retort at that, thinks better of it, and genuine smile. He goes, I do.
She smiles. I know that look. It's the same look I give to Shira. You think she's gonna be mad?
Well, Rabiel has to like think on that before he kind of like gives her a smile. You know what they say about Lorests. Easier to ask forgiveness than permission.
That's true.
Hopefully that doesn't catch on.
It's pretty brave of you to come with Dragon, to come see me.
I had to.
Well, I mean, you didn't have to, but it's good that you did. Well, I mean, it's not good that you did. It was really stupid, but I'm glad you did.
Mom, you being gone has changed a lot about our family.
Yeah.
Arya's still out there.
Yeah. I thought I was doing what was right. But it's kind of the funny thing about life is no matter how many times you've done the right thing, it's easy to do the wrong thing sometimes. I wanted to help Dragon. But some people don't want to be helped, Ramiel. And they're hurting people in the meantime.
Once upon a time, I didn't want your help, Mom. I was so angry at you for letting Scarlet just accept her fate.
Yeah. Scala. I pitied her. She was someone who wanted to help. She wanted to make a better world for her people. And the world wasn't ready for that. People of the world weren't ready for her message, and they fought back. And the more they fought back, the more desperate she became. And when desperation tipped over, well, it did what often happens. It became cruelty. I didn't agree with what she did, and I didn't forgive her for it, but I did pity her. And I took no shortage of satisfaction in how much she hated me pitying her. But when it was over, when she was laying on the ground, bleeding, and looking up, shocked, because even then she couldn't believe that she had lost. She couldn't believe that our will had triumphed over hers. And in that moment, the pity changed. I just felt sad. Because I didn't see a demon anymore. I saw a woman who the world had disappointed one too many times. And I understood how someone could become that. So when the Red Lady offered to take her to Boss to end the cycle of pain and suffering, I wasn't going to stand in the way of it.
I don't know what you're asking of me, Mum.
I'm asking you to do what I have always wanted to do. I'm asking you to help heal this world. I'm asking you to help bring joy back to this world. There is no greater gift in this world than joy. More than strength, more than intelligence, more even than bravery. Joy is what will heal this world. And Ramiel, since the day I met you, you have been my joy. And I want to share you with the world now.
And Ramiel kind of like looks at her with this dumbfounded look, and he lets out a small sad chuckle. I don't know if you've seen, Mum. But I'm the last person to people would expect to embody the aspect of joy. It wasn't until I met the mortal reminders. It wasn't until I met Canis. It wasn't until I met Ramiel. It wasn't until you took a chance on me that I learned what it was like to feel joy. Because most of my life, all I knew was loss. All I knew was pain, all I knew was sorrow, and the more people I met that entrenched themselves in my heart, the more I feared losing them.
Ramiel, anyone who has never known adversity can be joyful. But those who have to choose to be joyful. They have to choose it every day. They have to choose to surround themselves with the people that they care about and care about them. They have to have the courage to stand with their friends and to love and be loved. That is who is worthy of my blessing.
We're quite sure you don't want Rayleigh. Out of all
She
of us,
think-
she's
She thinks for a
the most
moment.
brilliant.
Well, you know, we drew our straws and Varys got her first, so. And she gives you kind of a sly grin. Rayleigh is joyful. But there's no world where I don't pick you.
And at that, Ramiel stops and he runs to her.
She hugs you. You have been given the blessing of the Ivory Songstress. You have protection of joy. You have advantage on saving throws and cannot be charmed. You also have the voice of the Ivory, You have advantage on persuasion and performance checks. And you have the charge of joy. The ivory songstress has blessed you, but only so long as you carry her message forward. You may not intentionally kill anyone, nor can you spread a message of hate. Doing either will cause this blessing to become inert until such time as you redeem yourself at the DM's discretion.
So does self-defense count as intentionally killing?
I think it would be very dependent on the situation. Obviously, if someone is trying to kill you and you're trying to defend yourself, you do have the option to attack non-lethally, so you could try to knock them out. There may be times, though, where it is unavoidable, so we'll see how that goes when you come to those moments.
Including spells.
I was
Like-
just trying to start a fire in the middle of all those enemies.
I was just
It
trying
was
to
an
light a fire in
accident.
their heart. I took it a little bit more directly than maybe some would. That night, you all indeed do take a night in the hot springs. The Whispers in Silence do not join you. They have gone to find their own lodging, and some of them have also returned home to go see family, able to close great distances very quickly now. But some of them do still remain here on their own, though, at the moment. But you are all together once again in the hot spring.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Violet is
Just
digging
like
it.
it was intended.
Violet's like, hey, I gotta tell you, I went from being trapped in a robot for like 10 years to being freed in hell, which I get you guys don't know what that means. What's like the worst place you can be here?
I was about to say Cartop
Oh.
Mountains.
Inside inside Gus. That's
Gus.
probably the
Ugh.
worst place.
I was
Gus.
trying to repress that memory, Braylee.
Oh, okay.
Don't
Well,
worry, you'll never end up there because
All
I
right.
took
on
care
the
of it.
moon with the
'Cause we
devil,
killed him.
probably.
okay, well that's probably what this place was like. So I was there, and then we went down to a lower level of it that's even worse. And then we went down to an even lower level that was even worse.
Why?
Oh, man. I'll be honest with you, I only kind of understood what was going on. They all seemed to know what they were doing.
Sometimes.
My job was just to keep them alive.
Ayla just nods sagely.
We had to break into the Vault of Mephistopheles. You guys have that?
Mepha who?
Okay. He's an archdevil.
Sounds fun.
Vault of methamphetamines.
Yeah, we had to break into
Oh,
there,
no.
which was not fun. One of us had to die to get in.
Did they come back?
Yeah, we had an angel gave us a pinion of true resurrection that we were able to use to get her back, thankfully.
You
That does
are
it off.
saying words that should
Yeah, a
mean
what?
something.
Oh, right. Okay, so no heaven, no hell. That would make sense. All right. It's kind of like, okay, so in my world, when people die, their souls are judged, and they either go to hell if they were evil, or they go to the heavens if they were good.
Well, that
Hmm.
Kinda sucks.
That does kind of suck.
According to who?
What's in the heavens? That makes
I've
it
never
good.
been. I've only been to the hells, so I really couldn't say, actually.
Whose prerogative?
Oh, that is a philosophical question for someone way above my pay grade. The various gods probably judge. I think Jurgle is into that.
Goodness, but just on what case? And by certain cases, I should be going to your hells.
What happens to you all when you die?
You go back to the live stream.
And then you're reborn some...
Well,
Well,
okay,
that's
so
way
it used
better.
to be the Red Lady.
I was a goddess,
fuck.
and now I'm this.
Yeah,
So it's
she
the way
is.
it
I
used to
see
work
your
was
ass.
the Red Lady would take you to boss, although I guess that's the Winter Matron's job now. They take you to boss. Boss kind of rips all the evil out of your soul and sends you on to its brother Sale, who then puts you in a new body, and that's your new life. You have like no memories of the old one.
Yes, I'm sure. I don't know what old me did. I don't know if she got. Never mind. I can't say.
Oh. Well, that's different. Okay.
Is that not the norm with you? Like you
No.
Clearly not.
That's not what happens in my world.
Oh, so you just end up in hell forever?
Heaven.
Forever with no.
With
Yeah.
no-
Well,
That's
I mean, some people escape, but yeah, for the most
That's
part,
got to be overcrowded at some point.
it was very crowded.
Seems like a waste of time.
Seems like a waste of souls.
I mean, I didn't make the
Yeah,
system.
to what end?
It's
She doesn't know.
supposed to be, I guess, a moral thing. Live a good life.
Well,
That's rough, buddy.
what is going to happen if you? Let's not think that.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know, but I definitely want to die here. And
Yeah.
not on that other plane.
let's not.
Well, I'm
Let's
not
live
saying I want to
here
die, but if
first.
I have to die, I'd prefer it to be here.
I guess it does sense. That does presuppose a new question I have. Do you want us to find a way for you to get home?
Do you have an idea of how? I don't even know how I got here.
We have some new.
We know some
demigods.
demigod. Yeah. Yeah.
I did notice that. Yeah, I'll talk to them about that. Well, wait. I'm not the only one from my plane who's here, though.
What does that mean? What do
sorry?
you mean? What?
Well, so I got brought here because my sister and her group were trying to. Oh, God, this is going to be so complicated. Okay. So we had this archdemoness, right? She was
Yes.
very, very powerful.
Demoness. All right.
Yeah. She's the other half of an archdevil, but you don't have archdevil, so you don't know what that is.
So
she,
like dragon, but probably somehow worse.
yes. Okay, yes. Good
That's
comparison
good.
point. Yes, she's I don't know if she's way more powerful than dragon. I don't know how strong dragon is, but yes.
Quite.
More powerful than we want her to be.
Fair enough. This being was the most powerful being in existence in our world.
All right.
So in our world, the only way we could deal with her was every 1,000 years or so, 5 people had to make sacrifices. One would make a sacrifice of mind, of love, of strength, of courage, and of spirit.
All right.
And those 5 sacrifices would be enough to weaken her, and then she could be bound for another 1,000 years or so until someone else had to make the sacrifice again.
Very well.
Not gonna lie, that sounds like a pretty shitty system.
Rather,
Well, that's what our group thought too when it
rather
came.
impractical.
Well, the alternative was fight her, and she was very, very strong.
Right. I can see how this got started. But
Right. So our group thought the same thing, that was a pretty unfair system, not a good thing to have to do to people. So we had the idea to instead sunder her, split her across all realms and all existences,
All right.
make her
Uh,
weaker,
and
and
how would you-
let all of the
and-
realms fight her.
So now she's also here.
I think her being split is maybe what accidentally brought me here too.
Okay. Well, what's his her name? I mean.
Ublave. That's who we're looking for.
Oh my god.
Raised
Steve.
eyebrows.
Ooh. Oh. Ah.
That's the warlock
Um.
patron.
So,
Well.
good news, bad news. Good news, not a physical form.
That is good.
Bad news, I know where she is.
Okay.
And
Or-
she may be giving some power to Captain Tessa.
Someone is using her as a warlock patron?
Yes.
She's
Yes.
bad.
Well, I mean,
Well.
I somewhat was concerned when we were told that her deal was she would have to kill whoever was what in power, and I thought that's good for now, but also probably bad eventually when we put in a new ruler that we like.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, no.
All right. So I know this world has demons, right?
Kind of.
Okay. So we do too. So in our world, devils represent order and demons represent chaos.
That is not what it is.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Ublave is the pure manifestation of chaos, so I can see why she probably wouldn't like whoever's being in charge.
Ah. An anarchist.
Yes, very much so.
This is bad.
Yes.
Quite.
All right.
I'm not going to lie to you. My sister and her friends were very strong.
Okay.
Well, my to-do list just doubled. Thanks for that.
So what do we what's our weakness?
Ooh, weakness, you say?
Yes. I mean, dread to be defeated somehow.
Well, here's the problem: is the Sundering is what brought me here, so I didn't actually see how they beat her.
Oh, damn it all!
Yeah.
Useless! I'm just kidding. I don't say that.
I mean,
I assume they hit her really hard.
I'm good for the
okay.
old-fashioned way.
Yeah, I
Okay.
presume that's what they did.
But keep in mind, I did say no physical manifestation.
All right, so we kill whoever she's in.
That is Captain Tessa. She's
Okay,
our
but
leader.
we don't know that she's possessing her or anything.
We just know that she talks to her in her head, like Rashida talks to me.
Okay. Well, I think we probably want to kill her just to be safe.
Okay, but that is our leader.
Your leader is Ublave's servant.
Yes.
Well, our direct commanding officer,
That does
there's
appear
more
to be
above
the
her, but
case.
like that kind of also just screws us over. If we kill her, we probably end up dead for treason.
Maybe we can have a casual conversation with T, and Tessa can say bye-bye.
Nova.
Yeah, I'll tell
I'm
you,
being facetious.
Ublave loves being told no.
I know, I'm being facetious. I'm just saying that either way, Tessa deserves to know about this.
Okay. Clearly, you all have a lot going on, so I will work on figuring out this
Great.
and how I can get her out of your commanding officer's brain.
That
That would be good, because I would really prefer not to have to kill her. You know.
Are you also sleeping with her?
no.
Oh.
Yet.
I'm just saying, I've
No,
met
it's
about
more
10
like
people
I-
and you're sleeping with 6 of them.
It's more, I may have promised the new demigod
It's bed
that I
dancing.
would kill anyone that claimed they were immortal, and so, that kind of puts a damper on the working relationship there.
Oh, well, yeah, Ublave would definitely count. Okay.
Maybe this Ublave has some other stuff going on. Maybe we can I don't know. Braylee's trying to help, but she
No,
was
I-
supposed to be
I-
part of the
um,
I
conversation.
pat her shoulder.
All right. Well, here's
Should we
what's
get
important.
drinks?
Here's what's important.
Yes.
I met Tessa,
Uh-huh.
so clearly Ublave hasn't recognized that it's me.
Ooh.
She thinks maybe there's a me of this world. I don't know.
We need a secret name for you, son.
Sure, you can call me Cobalt.
But doesn't she know who Cobalt is?
Oh yeah.
We'll call you Vi for short for violence.
Vicious, violent, vixen.
you can call me Sif.
Sith?
Sif.
Sniff?
Sif.
Do you smell
S-I-F.
good? I'm
I
really gonna go smell her.
I think it's S-I-F, dear. S-I-F. Like, see,
Oh,
wolf,
she
I
does
think.
smell good.
Girl, keep it in your pants! Just kidding. No, go for it. I think
Or
this is
don't.
right. No, don't.
We're all
honestly.
naked.
I realized that after I said it.
Right.
I'll keep it in the water.
For now. Not later.
Okay. Well, this has been informative.
gonna lean over to Nova. You know, it's not often we get outflirted by Brayley.
Listen, I say one word wrong. That was not my intention. And the whole thing goes to crap.
Asuka is drinking currently because she is officially off duty and she's allowed to.
Yay.
So she leans over against Violet and just starts tracing a clawed finger over her shoulder.
Or we might get outdone by Asuka at this point.
Asuka just looks up and is like, "You're really strong. You're really drunk." And she nods. "Yes, I am."
I think
And
Ayla.
she starts making eyes at Nova.
I think Ayla's just gonna kind of cock an eyebrow at Asuka and then reach out with her wing and start doing the same thing on the other side of Sif.
All right.
Are we gonna circle circles? Like,
I let's make a roll here. You know what? Someone roll me a D100.
Oh no.
Let's see how Violet reacts to this.
Looks like Kara's doing it. I'm not doing
One
it.
sec, let me think.
The game man.
I got it.
I need to set my
Roll.
numbers. Okay, I'm
D100.
ready.
I rolled a 69.
that's perfect.
Well,
You know, the dice have spoken.
Let the train begin.
I feel like the dice have spoken.
Well, in the words of Brennan Lee Mulligan, you gotta respect the 69.
All right, well, that's a clip.
Well, geez, yeah, I can't have her. I guess, yeah, that's gonna do it. All right.
good night, folks.
Having a 5-way.
That's it. We've
That night, Nova, Brayley, Ayla, Asuka, and Violet, they all gonna go fuck.
Where? The pictures are too small.
I guess we'll be picking you up in jail in the morning then.
We'll just do it. We'll
You
just do
really
it when
want to
everybody
do
leaves
that
the
to the old
bathhouse.
lady?
We'll
No,
pick-
no, that you all able to find a.
Find somewhere.
You asked for a larger in room
There
tonight.
we go. Yeah. We all like to snuggle.
It's a word for it. After a night of gratuitous hand holding. Wow.
I was gonna have a serious conversation
Aggressive
with
bed
Brayley,
dancing.
but we could do that later, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think so. Not tonight, you're not.
Okay, I'll talk to you in the morning.
About the aggressive bed dancing.
No, I was gonna talk to you about something else.
Oh,
Unless you need to talk about that.
Well, the next day, as you all are recovering.
My
Like,
head's
we gotta. Let's see. Is she a performance, a constitution, or a strength kind of girl?
Connor's strength,
I
clearly.
feel like she's a constitution
Strength.
girl. Strength? All right. Well, she got a 22, so she did a good job.
All right, that's impressive.
She has she has sufficiently proven herself as up to being in the polycule. Oh boy. The next day,
I'm sorry, hon.
as you're all, it is what it is. The Lord Ice have spoken. As you're all reminiscing about the night prior, Brayley, you
I just
are.
want-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm glad we could celebrate Hump Day.
God damn it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I was reminiscing.
yeah. Everyone's reminiscing. Oh boy. Oh boy. Right. After breakfast, you are approached by Kelsifer.
Oh no.
I forgot about him. Oh,
No.
hi.
Oh
Um,
no.
Good morning. I heard that you got back in yesterday.
Oh,
Got back in
yeah.
somewhere.
You were here? How have you
Yes,
been?
I was. Well enough. You had quite the journey. Is it true that you got to go to Mitra Glorianda again?
Yeah, it's a surprise.
It certainly would be for me too. Everyone's talking about there being gods that are among us again.
Yeah,
They're saying that,
demigods and
well, the rumor is that the mortal reminder brought back divinity. So,
that's the rumor?
that's what people are
Kind of
saying.
ironic.
It's been a crazy couple of days.
I would imagine. Well, look, there's no easy way to say this, so I'm just going to say it. I'm here to say goodbye.
Goodbye?
I have accepted a new assignment. I'm being sent undercover.
Where? Oh, well, it's undercover. You probably can't say anything.
Needless to say, I'm going into Draconic Legion territory as a turncoat. Or, well, so they think.
Well, that, sounds really dangerous.
I have no doubt that it will be, but they think that I could do some good, and I certainly aim to help with getting you all to your goal eventually.
Well,
Braylon,
keep,
I'm very sorry. I think since the moment we've met, I've done nothing but pressure you. And, Well.
Really's not sure how to process that. What do you mean? Like with the engagement and the parents?
Yes. And more than that. Also, after breaking off the engagement, asking if we could explore something. You have more going on than I think I could even fathom. And I'm certain that there are... I want you to be with the people who make you happy. And that is not me.
Well, it's all been new to me. So I thank you for being a part of my experience.
He nods.
I hope you're not taking this assignment to...
No.
Okay.
No, it
I
is...
just want you to... Because I know you joined partially because I was joining, but I just want you to do what makes you happy.
I did. I joined up with the Children of the Deep to be closer to you. But I also take my duty very seriously. And even if I didn't join the Children of the Deep because I believe in their cause, once I have sworn my allegiance to it, I will do all that I can to deliver on that. And if they think that my talents are best spent undercover, then so be it. That is what I will do.
Keep that good berry close and stay safe.
I will. If I don't come back, would you do me the kindness of sending my regards back home?
Of course.
Thank you.
But please do.
I will do my best. It is... Well. Always know that as you journey into the frozen wastes of the throat, always know that there is at least one ally there waiting to lend a hand.
I'll keep that in mind.
He nods. He reaches down, takes your hand, and kisses the back of your palm before he departs.
You found out pretty fast.
Well, I mean, it's been happening for a minute, so.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Look, he's not the greatest at taking a hint, but he does eventually get the message.
Ramiel can take him.
Better hurry.
And no, I don't mean in a fight.
We know.
I know what you mean.
We know. We know, Ram.
So, as Brayley returns back over to the breakfast table, everyone kind of glances up. Rain, who has joined you this morning, smiles. How's Kelsifer?
Are we all there?
Yeah.
He's going off on a special undercover mission.
Undercover.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright.
He's heading out.
And you're okay with that?
Well, and he really wants to do it. So we I don't know, Brayley doesn't I don't know how to word it, so Brayley doesn't know how to word it.
Fair.
Let's just say he says I have a lot going on, and she kind of like motions to no one, like,
I just stare
So I
at the
think-
table.
it's more than he can, it's a little bit much. So I think our whatever we had is ended.
Oh.
And he's letting you go.
I think so. Yeah, I think that's what that meant.
Oh.
I'm new at this.
How do
Yeah.
you,
No,
how do
that's-
you feel about this? I understand that you two shared something.
He Oh boy. Really looks
Oh, oh,
Oh, you're turning
Oh,
a little
no.
robotic. Can-
no.
I was Mr. Robotic.
Yeah.
TS.
Oh, well, that was
That's
better.
me. Hold on.
It got a little
Looks like
better.
it was maybe just a blip.
Okay.
Can you say that
Buddy.
again? Sorry.
Which part?
Just unfortunately.
All
I
of
think-
it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, the minute you started talking,
Okay.
it turned robotic. You get a second chance now to say it.
God, where was I?
I think Ramiel was
You
asking
shared
how do you
something.
you shared something. How do you feel about the relationship?
Oh,
ending?
okay. I don't have much experience in relationships, obviously. Um, but I think that we enjoyed our time together, but my eyes are, I think, directed more elsewhere. Kelsifer's a nice man, he's great, but I think our coming together was, um, I don't know if we naturally would have came together if it wasn't for circumstances. And we tried, and
Well,
I
I
guess it's just
suppose
time to move on.
put hand on shoulder, all that stuff. I suppose as long as you're upfront
Is-
with each other, it's for the best.
He's
Uh,
leaving now.
Yeah. Do you need to talk to him?
I would like to have a word with him. Yes.
Oh, well, he just left.
No, he fucking ain't. And and Ramiel is going to get up from the table.
Nova's been kind of staring at the table between you and like looking like Brayley as you're talking and back to the table, just kind of nervously, with a grimace, before looking at you a little bit more fully. I apologize. I apologize if anything I did was complicating matters.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, if this is what you're happy with and all, I'm more than pleased to hear that. I want you to be happy, first and foremost. I don't want to have ruined
I'm
that.
pretty happy. I mean, whatever happened last night was really amazing. And
Oscar chimes in. Yeah, it was.
I would like to keep doing what we did.
Same.
The aggressive bed dancing with everyone.
Violet is just randomly smoking a cigar now.
It just
The baddest bitch.
Of course. I mean, we're all. I think I speak for all of us that we're all happier here. I just. Well, he's a well-established, handsome gentleman, and I don't know what I am.
He checks a lot of boxes, but he doesn't check all of my boxes.
Very well. I will take that answer. She gonna lean over and kiss your cheek. Because it's romantic and shit.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Oh.
Ramiel, you hurry out after.
Wait.
Oh, what? Sorry.
Okay.
No,
Ramiel,
go ahead.
you hurry out after, knowing that if he is indeed riding for the throat, he will have to go towards Three Roads first. So you head to the East Gate. And indeed, as you hurry on over there, you find that he is in the process of packing up a horse to travel.
And Ramiel is going to stand by.
Are you like making yourself obvious, or are you just watching him?
Kind of making myself obvious.
Okay. So then it only takes a moment as he's packing up the horse before he catches sight of you. Good morning, Ramiel.
You're an even bigger fool than I thought.
So I'm told. Why am I a fool today?
Evidently, you do not remember what it was that I told you.
Is this about you being afraid to go after the two handsome guys that you liked?
It's about how I would break your fucking bones if you hurt her.
Really?
Yes.
Was she sad?
She wasn't happy.
Yes, and I wasn't helping that. He kind of blinks and like stops packing the horse to look at you. I know that you're not really big into women, so I'm gonna clue you in on this one. When they want to be with you, they'll let you know.
Well, I thought that you and her shared something special, given the fact that you were found in rather precarious circumstances.
We did. We had a wonderful night where we explored and figured out that indeed we were compatible in that way. But are you blind to the way that she looks at Nova? To the way she looks at Ayla? To the way she looks at to the way that she looks at other people?
No,
it's very different
but
than the way she looks at me.
No, but I also recognize that you have done work, that you have risked stability to be with her, that you've taken an interest in her interests.
My efforts towards her do not obligate her to feel anything for me. I put in the effort because I hoped there might be something there. There wasn't. And that's okay. I can live with that. There will be others.
So you're running?
No, I'm not being a creep. When she's not that into you, you move on.
You are probably right. I don't understand women.
They can be complicated, to say the least of it. But I find as long as you respect that they're not idiots and that they're capable of making their own choices and decisions, you can get by pretty well.
And do you feel she's made her choice?
Ramiel, you're the one who's out here talking to me, not her. She's made her choice.
Well, maybe I didn't want to. I wanted to make sure that a man that I've grown to respect was not making a rash decision because someone they were pursuing did not return their affections. Maybe I wanted to make sure that you were alright, that, you know, in respecting her decision, her stance, her choice, that you weren't.
You think
you
I'm
yourself-
going off to get myself killed because a girl won't sleep with me?
No, I wanted to make sure that you weren't running off because this is not the first time that you have been hurt. That you took a chance and it didn't pan out and you're doing something rash. in
I'm
light of
following
it,
my
but-
orders.
But are you following your heart?
If I were interested in following my heart, Ramiel, I wouldn't have become a soldier. I am here to do what is best, what is determined to be best for my comrades, my allies, people I care about, a cause that I care about.
And maybe I'm here to make sure that a friend was doing okay.
He smiles. Yeah. Like you say, it's not the first time I've had my heart broken. And he winks.
Well, with any luck, it wouldn't take you long to find another.
I mean, I've heard those Draconic Legion girls. They're fierce.
Take it from me, Dragonborn are not what they appear to be.
Yeah. Not sure I gonna be doing a whole lot of active dating while I'm down in enemy territory. That does seem like a good way to just that does sound like I'm looking for another broken heart.
Or spine, depending on.
Yeah. What if I tried to form a family while I was down there? The perfect family.
Little do we know, he's going under the codename Agent Twilight.
Oh my god. Yes.
Gotta find a dog too.
I gotta find a dog. I've gotta find an assassin wife and a psychic girl.
We have a magic item that's modeled after Bond.
Oh my
That's
god,
a
yes,
dog.
we
We'll
did!
buy a dog.
We do.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. What's the dog's name? Oh God.
Bork or something?
Yeah, Bork, fierce protector.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and he's modeled after Bond.
Aw. Can you see the feature?
Huh?
See the feature?
I don't remember what he does.
Because that's what Bond does. You can see.
Yeah,
the feature.
no, I think he's just like an automaton dog that protects you.
Okay, fair enough.
Mhm.
He's just a good boy.
He's just a good boy. Yeah,
Oh, the goodest boy.
he is the goodest boy. Check it out at patreon.com/cloaks and capes. But
And
he
Ramiel kind of looks at him. You do plan on coming back?
nods. Well, maybe not here, but certainly intend to go home to meet your Scaleth one day.
Then maybe you need another reason to come back.
He seems to shift a little bit as he looks at you. You're not just here for Brayley, are you?
And Ramiel kind of like looks at him and then
He takes a step closer to you.
realizes and goes, wait, hold on.
Tell me I'm wrong.
And Ramiel looks like he's trying to find the right words.
Well, I've never been with a man before, but first time for everything.
Help.
He leans down closer to you. I don't know that I could live up to that charming, muscly one, or the devilish pirate that you're with.
Ramiel, for the past few moments, has been gawking, kind of like starting to realize the implications and not sure what to make of it. I
I think in the storybooks, this is where I'm supposed to lean in and steal a kiss and say it was for luck before I go, but I've never really been much for stealing or anything like that, so may I kiss you, Ramiel?
And Ramiel looks sheepish. Kind of like avoids eye contact, but otherwise like he's not moving away from him.
He leans in 90% of the way. You can feel the gentle breath coming from his nose over your lips. Tips of your noses almost touching.
And Ramiel does lift up his head to meet him the rest of the way.
You two share a kiss. Lasts for only a few moments. And as he pulls back, he notably licks his lips. You taste like cherries.
Ryan. Quite the cook.
Is he? Huh. I'll look forward to trying it sometime.
Just
Stay safe, Ramiel.
and you as well.
He mounts up on his horse and takes off out the eastern gate.
And Ramiel is stunned, unsure of what just happened.
Oh, he knows what happened. This dog. You damn dog.
It was gay panic. Like he literally was like, wait, hold up. Time
You
out.
went right for him.
You knew what you were doing.
Mel knew exactly what she was doing. Ramiel didn't.
Well, yeah.
He wanted that cake the second he saw it.
Listen,
He did check him out, like in the bath. He went like, yeah.
well,
Yeah.
listen, he's never been with a man before, but he's nothing if not open-minded. And, yeah. So he leaves, and you're able to return. When you return, Tessa has also joined and has dismissed the people not in your party. So Tessa waits for you to return and kind of raises an eyebrow. Were you able to see off the good lieutenant?
I had a word with him.
Good.
Can barely smell. No, I'm just kidding.
No, even your refined sense of smell, you do not smell the kiss.
And you shall
You
smell
can-
the
you can
shame,
smell the-
though.
You can smell the close
Shame.
contact though. Like
Well, either way.
Yeah. But indeed. Tessa sits down at the table with you. Welcome back, everyone. Your mission out to Fort Argenti, while it was not accomplished in exactly the way we had planned, was nevertheless a resounding success. while it is unfortunate that the Argenti have joined up with the Draconic Legion, it is certainly not by choice. They have been, well, given the massacre at Fort Argenti, they have been convinced to lay down their weapons and have surrendered. My sources tell me that this is not a popular decision. The Argenti are very proud Dragonborn. Their leader is very weak and has been, frankly, for some time now. So there is a degree of consternation in Argenti's dominion, far away though it is. The individual who has been sent to rule over Argenti's dominion is known as the White Talon. They are barbaric, but what seems very plain to see is that Argenti's dominion will not be launching any attacks. They are merely out of the war at this point. To that end, I would know where you all intend to go.
Right, we have Fort Whitewind.
Yes, we still have efforts that need to be headed up at Fort Whitewind. The distress signal out of the Dead Isles continues to be sounded, and if there was interest in it, I have understanding that the Second Chances are hoping.
Chances?
I'm sorry, the
Whispers of Silence.
the Asuka and Orion's group.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
are
would
they
be
the Second
the-
Chances?
It was
Yeah.
named Second Chance.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes.
I understand that
names.
they are hoping
Reasonable.
to take a naval force to Horn Bay and attempt to eventually invade Argenti's dominion and liberate it. So all three of those are options if you'd like to head any of them up.
Can you tell us a little bit more, anything that you know about the other two missions?
The distress signal and the breathing room, you mean? Fort Whitewind is about a day's ride from here, across hilly terrain. It is a enemy stronghold, one of the few on this side of the Ice Scale Mountains. Most notably, it is the only one that is west of Three Roads. Three Roads is a contested city. No one has been able to keep an army there for any significant amount of time. To that end, were we able to capture Fort Whitewind, it would basically protect us here in High Wall. We would not have to worry about any attacks coming from the south while we march on Three Roads and eventually on Ship Swallow. As for the distress signal, it remains a mystery. A repeating arcane signal that has been coming from one of the isles in the Dead Isles now for a few weeks.
I'm still in favor of looking into that personally, but again, I will abide by the overall decision of the group.
Yes, my interests lie either with the distress signal or Fort Whitewind.
Captain Akanai has volunteered to take her ship to the distress signal and check it out. If you are interested in going, you will accompany her. I will not be sending you with any major military force, as we have no intel of any army in the area. If there ends up being something, you can always report back, and if we need to redistribute forces to go and lay an attack in the Dead Isles, we can, though we will certainly consider whether it is worth our time to do so.
Nothing else. Probably worth at least making sure there's nothing like Gus behind us.
That is true, which is why I would feel more comfortable with the 5 of you going.
That is fair. Any other opinions?
So, distress signal, liberation front, or breathing room. Which one was the one with the white talon?
The White Talon is that would, if you wanted to go on that route, you would do Liberation Front, and that would open up. That would basically let you conquer Horn Bay, and at that point, you could stage an assault on Argenti's Dominion because that's
I
where
see.
the White Talon is.
Sounds
White
very
Talon, okay.
main mission-y.
Yeah. So like right
I
now
mean-
we're
Yeah, I mean a little bit. So all of these are potentially main mission stuff. Like there will be things that develop out of all of these missions.
but we're not we're not at a point where if we choose one, the other two get closed off. They just have like a different,
Not
different
necessarily.
They get changed, I guess.
They will change as things go. Because whether you go do Liberation Front or not, the second chances are going to go do that. Whether you go do Breathing Room or not, someone is going to go try to take that fort. And same with the distress signal. Whether you go with her or not, Captain Akanai is going to sail for it.
We just came from.
You did the one at Fort Argenti. There was a mission
Yeah.
there.
No, I mean like how do I put this? We just came from like a major I guess like army movement.
Mm-hmm.
I would say yeah, I'm with Ayla. I want to make sure there's nothing behind us that may potentially like divert our attention.
Okay.
Because that way distress signal, kind of like peace of mind for that in the front, and liberation front I guess like would be like our next route if people are okay with that.
All right.
We'll see how things develop for sure, because
For
I
sure.
think
We'll
things
see
can
where-
change.
yeah.
Braylee, did you have any thoughts? It's okay if they contradict.
Does Rayleigh know anything about the Dead Isles?
The Dead Isles. Roll a history check for me. I'll tell you what you know, and I might grant you some extra questions about it.
You.
They're islands, all right. No.
Their islands,
So-
they might be dead.
They're islands, and you're pretty sure they're not alive.
So here's what everybody knows for a fact about the Dead Isles. At one time, they were the home of the Azure Dragonborn. That is where they all, not all of them lived, obviously, but that is where their main cities were. They were a seafaring people, very much so. It led to them being some of the more intelligent people around because they were able to travel the world and get more information. They're referred to as the Dead Isles now because when they were genocided, no, they weren't always called the Dead Isles, put it that way. But that is what happened.
So essentially like this is where
This is where your dad's from, Ramiel.
yeah. So then, yeah, he. Upon hearing that this used to be where the Azure of Mother Shale resided, Ramiel would have like a more of a personal investment in it.
All right. Commander Alspeth nods. Very well. I will inform the goodly captain that you will be joining her for her expedition into the Dead Isles.
Very well.
She nods. Your friend, the one Ramiel brought back,
Ah, yes.
do you trust her?
See?
I do.
Who, Sif?
Yes.
Well, she seems amicable enough, and my mother didn't really dislike her.
Your mother didn't really dislike Scala. It's not exactly the bar that I'm looking for.
she hasn't given me cause to doubt.
Okay. Very good. I will be observing her while you're gone.
She is, she doesn't have quite, a grasp for our tongue, if
You're saying she
you
doesn't
need me.
speak the language?
She's a common
Not
language
particu-
learner.
Not particularly well, but she does seem to be working on it.
Very good. I will let you know my thoughts on her when you return. Not to say that I distrust her, but, well, she did come out of one of Dragon's holding cells. If I wanted someone to appear trustworthy, that's certainly where they would start for me.
That is fair. Enemy of our enemy.
Quite so.
A reasonable precaution.
Indeed. She stands up. Best of luck to you in the Dead Isles. I look forward to your successful return, as always.
Thank you.
Our army is preparing well to eventually march on 3 roads. We need to conquer 3 roads and Ship Swallow before the winter sets in, otherwise we will be stuck here. Very well. Dismissed.
Struck fast, it appears.
And she excuses herself.
Just kind of
Can
watch as she goes.
Romeo approach, Rayleigh?
Yeah, Rayleigh's right there.
Might we, talk in private?
Oh, okay.
I kissed your ex, and I liked it.
And, Romuald is gonna take them to, a more private room.
Okay.
What's up?
Start spacing. So,
Is everything okay? Do you need a mushroom?
no, well, I wanted to see how you were faring. Lots of changes.
I'm okay. Yeah.
God damn.
I saw you, I'm assuming you went after him
I did.
earlier.
I wanted to have a few words with him.
Mhm.
Given the
You were
last-
nice, right?
Yeah, he was.
Do you want the polite answer or the honest answer to that?
You weren't nice.
I was not. I had a few choice words with him.
Well, he didn't do anything wrong, Ram. I think, we're just 2 people, exploring, and, I've been, exploring,
I know.
if we want to call it that.
I know, and I apologize if I'm overstepping my my bounds here, but I consider you. I care about you.
I care about you too.
I feel somewhat responsible for, well, encouraging.
You're scaring me, Ram Man.
Well, when I said you were special back when we first met, I didn't really take into account the fact that you were going to one day turn out to be the reincarnation of one of the pantheons.
I didn't
And
either.
and
I
well,
didn't
you
either.
took you took to the change like fish out of fish into water. And frankly, I admired that about you. You took things to stride, and well, I wanted to make sure that neither you or him were hurt.
I don't think so. I think maybe there's disappointment, but the engagement wasn't really, that's not really how, at least that I've found now, that people don't really get together. But we tried, and I think I haven't been with many people, so it's kind of just learn different experiences and see what works. I think. I mean, I'm still learning. Seems like you're still learning too.
And learning to be more honest about things.
Mm-hmm.
But you're happy right now with Nova and Ayla and
Yeah,
Oscar.
I think that I'm on the right track.
And for the first time,
How
really,
about
you do see a genuine smile from Ramiel. And that's all that matters to me.
how
So
about
long.
you?
What about me?
Well, come on, Ram. You seem to get a boyfriend every other day. Or a new friend.
Well, Violet, we are mutual acquaintances in the sense that I happen to be the one person who enables it so she can be understood. But from how she carries herself, I believe she'll be all right, even without my
Yeah.
assistance.
She definitely carries herself well.
Turns out she speaks a language that transcends the planes. Her tongue is
Very-
gifted like that. While you two are talking downstairs, Nova, Ayla, Layla.
Once Tessa leaves, Nova's just gonna motion to both of them to kind of whisper together. This Violet and Sif, and Double thing is concerning. At least to me.
So I'm not the only one that thought she seemed a little off.
The captain, or commander, no. When she says she's going to watch over her, normally I wouldn't think too much about it, but it's still... That wasn't exactly what happened with Oscar or anyone else in news that joined. Rain.
Yes, but
Also, if you're going to have someone be a spy, having them completely unable to understand any of the spoken languages here seems bluntly fucking stupid.
Do we do anything before we leave?
I think we maybe at least warn her.
That I at least agree.
Yeah. I don't rightly know quite what to make of it yet. Just keep all our eyes and ears open.
I really hope we don't have to, to Tessa in order to deal with this strange, not of this world thing.
Yeah.
At the same time, even if Tessa were able to give her up, would she? I don't know. A warlock bond, I can tell you, it's very personal. It has its own power to it. I can only imagine that she does not wish to lose that. But if this entity is anything like Rashira, she hears and sees everything that Tessa does. To warn Tessa would be to alert Ublive.
Well, it's quite a pickle we find ourselves in.
I thought dragon was enough of a headache. But
Odd choices. I think information sharing is still our best option. Even if it might, otherwise we do need to tell. Even if it might alert Ublive, we do need to tell Tessa.
for now, I think we want Sif that she is about to be watched. With Tessa, I wonder if this is something better said when we return, or if that is too late, or too early. I do not know.
I think if we tell her anything before, that's just going to make her more suspicious of Sif.
And we won't be here for the fallout.
I think also we maybe don't tell her that Kaldana and Soraya more or less told me that I have to kill Ublive.
We won't lead with that so soon. But, warn Sif, and then we will... It doesn't seem like she is that suspicious of Sif yet, but I do not know. And then when we return, perhaps we see where things lie. Sif is also doing her own investigation.
Nothing else, she seems like the type that knows how to keep her head down.
That is
As much
true.
as you can without knowing a language, I suppose.
That is true. Alright, fair enough. We will warn her before we leave, and we will deal with Tessa after.
Nova, you also want to talk to Brayley, right?
Yeah, I mean, if we got... I know it's only 15 minutes, so, like, if we don't have the time, it's fine.
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
This is all we have left to do tonight. You guys aren't leaving tonight, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have one super quick thing after that, but
All right.
Sounds good.
it's something you would probably want to cliffhanger me on anyways, so...
Perfect. Alright. I guess... Go ahead.
One more thing.
Where did Brayley and Ramram leave off?
Sorry, go ahead.
One more thing, Braley. I must apologize.
What? What for?
I I went to see him off with the intention
Yeah.
of punching him full on the face for. Well, I wasn't sure. As it turns out, I did. So, yes, I'm sorry for.
What? You what?
No, I didn't punch him
You're
with
mumbling, Ram Ram.
I didn't punch him with my fist.
You're. What'd you punch him with? Ram Ram, come on.
And Rabiel turns red. Not my hands, as it turns out.
Oh. What does Brayley make of Ram Ram? I'm trying.
Look,
Like I can tell. Like
Ramiel looks the same way that he looked the first time you pushed Orion over next to him. You can tell.
So, I helped you find a dance partner again without realizing it
I am so
this time.
sorry. I didn't know what
You have
happened.
nothing to be sorry for.
I don't know what happened. All I knew was I didn't want him to go off feeling that he had no reason to return. And I guess I ended up respecting
You were
him.
attracted to him the first time you saw him, Ram Ram.
He's easy on the eyes, and I wanted you to be happy. And as it turns out, fate had other plans for the both of you.
Mhm.
And well, I don't know.
Sounds like we all have our own exploring to do.
Yes, and I am not sure how to break the news to either of them. So that's going to be my problem. Brayley, I'm sorry. I don't. I'm sorry for being.
You don't need to
busy.
be sorry. Oh, sorry for being a what?
I'm sorry for being a busybody.
It's okay, Ram Ram. You're not a busybody. It just we're all figuring it out.
Well, you have it well and figured out. Well, at least more than I do.
Well, we'll see.
I respect that confidence. I respect the honesty. I wish I had your confidence, Brady.
I don't. Oh, Ram Ram. I don't. I wish I had your confidence. I don't. I think
Seeing the grass.
we see more in each other than we do in ourselves right now. I think.
Oh, whatever happens, I know that. I'm always at your corner. Always.
I'm glad we could be there for each other. I love you.
And Ramiel does kind of look like he's gonna tear up at that. And he walks over and gives Braylee a tight hug.
Aw.
Hugs him back.
If you tell Nova or Ayla about this, I'm just so
We're-
you know, I'm going to deny it.
They could tell just by looking at your face, I'm sure.
No. The this.
Oh, our hug?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm telling them.
Ugh. I'm going to deny it happened.
No. They know you're a secret hugger.
Brayley, a little later that morning, when you go back down, Nova's able to pull you aside.
Oh,
You're popular today.
it's okay. We can. Sorry, I don't know. This is gonna be a weird mood shift, so it might just be better for next time.
No, it's fine. Let's do it.
Okay.
Are you sure? I mean, we don't have to if you don't want to.
Yeah,
but-
I think it's gonna be a weird mood shift.
All right, we'll do it next time then.
Yeah.
All right, then Ayla, you had something else you wanted to do before we move on.
Yeah, Ayla's gonna, remember that we have a sending stone.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And she's gonna send a message to her sister.
Okay. What message would you like to send to your sister?
Hey, sis, Sorry, things have been crazy. Can we find a way to talk soon that isn't just a stone?
It's a long moment, I think, before you hear a message back, but you do. When you get the message back, your sister sounds different. She doesn't sound like she did the last time you talked. The excitement in her voice is gone. It's been replaced with fear. Hey, sis. Look, I don't have much time. There is something seriously wrong with this army. I don't know. I don't think we're gonna see each other again. And that's where we're gonna wrap up for tonight.
Called it.
Wait,
Not me,
wait,
I'm
wait,
saying
wait,
Ayla
wait,
called
wait,
it.
wait.